This is the best marketing funnel for PE and M&A firms seeking business acquisitions. So if you are trying to increase the amount of lead flow that you're seeing on the daily basis and also maximize the amount of conversations and businesses you're actually closing on, then this is the best way to attack this. No matter what industry, no matter what it is, if you are trying to get a lot of people in the door and talk to a lot of people on, trying to sell their business, this is how you should be doing it. And this is coming from 7+ years of marketing experience and doing it literally day in and day out. We have an agency built around this specifically. So let's dive in. First things first is we need to talk about the marketing section, right? It is a marketing funnel, so we need some kind of channel or source driving actual traffic. We prefer doing Facebook ads. Reason being is not only can you really attract any kind of business owners you want, whether that's, HVAC, whether that's, manufacturing, maybe healthcare, whatever it is, right? You can do that really well with Facebook ads with the right strategy. And we're actually going to have a video coming out soon about the best Facebook ads to run and how to attract the right audience. But also you can dial in on quality, meaning cash flow, whether it's specific states or whatever it is, right? You can do it really well with Facebook ads, and then use the rest of this funnel to further qualify your traffic to making sure you're seeing the right leads. So again, we use Facebook ads, and not only is it best for that, it also generally attracts the cheapest cost per leads. There's LinkedIn and Google ads and things of that nature that we'll also incorporate if you're trying to scale, but a good starting point is Facebook ads. And just so you know, this is all that we cover. So I did a little drawing of a lot of different steps. So just as a quick preview, that's everything. But with Facebook ads, there's really two ways of attacking this, okay? Now, you might have seen this yourself, scrolling across Instagram or Facebook. Again, Facebook ads apply to both Instagram ads as well. But there's really two ways. There is instant forms, and there is sending people to your website. Those are the two redirections you should be looking at. There are other objectives, but that's the ones that generally work the best. Instant forms, what these are is once they click on your ad itself, they will be taken to a form to fill out their information, whatever the questions you're asking, whether that's cash flow, revenue, industry, whatever it is. They're taken to a form right away. So the only information they really have on you is from the ad itself. Then they visit a form, and then at the end of the form, they can visit your website. Instant forms, generally speaking, are cheaper cost per leads, which leads to higher volume, but generally lower quality. So keep that in mind. If you're going for high volume and you just want to get a lot of leads in the door, instant forms are probably a good way of attacking that. Or if you're just trying to get ads going, again, instant forms might be your way of doing it. But if you're looking for really quality leads and more high intent, then website leads are generally speaking, and you should test it. We will test this. If we're working with you, we will end up testing both of these. Website generally provides higher quality, lower volume because it's just more expensive cost per leads. That's all it is. And it's because there's more steps to a website versus just an instant form. But that's what you're looking at, okay? And we're going to cover both options. They will lead to the same mark, but we're going to be hitting more on the website side of things first because this is the approach we like to go for, again, if you want higher quality. So within the website, let's say we go ad to website. The most important thing on your site is going to be having a very solid call to action. A lot of PE firms, a lot of websites in general are missing a solid call to action. So this can be like, get a no obligation offer, right? No obligation. That's a great call to action for if you're looking to acquire business. Or if you're like an advisor, a great one is, exit strategy. Get a free exit strategy. Stuff like that is what you really want to focus on because you need people to be clicking the call to actions to be interested in what you're doing. With instant form, that's already taken care of on Facebook, so you don't have to worry about too much. From there, though, the best way to get the most amount of leads in the door is using Typeform. So that's what TF stands for. Typeform is very good at their job because it's their only job, is form submissions, okay? There are a lot of other softwares. There's all these different kinds of tools out there. But when you specialize in one thing specifically, you're normally going to be the best at it, and Typeform has proven to be the best at it day in and day out. They get the most amount of leads, they get the most amount of people to go through the form itself, and they get the most appointments booked. And it's because their forms are so great. We've tested ugly forms, we've tested all these different kinds of stuff. If your form is poorly optimized, people aren't going to fill it out. unless they're like super, super, super duper interested. But most people aren't. You'd be surprised. A lot of people are lazy. So you have to keep that in mind when it comes to the customer. So on Typeform, what's great about this as well is on the first page, you can have their contact details. So right off the bat, you are getting their contact details whether they finish the form or not. So you can always reach out afterwards. Okay. From here, then you fill out the questions. Again, that can be industry, cash flow, revenue, whatever you're interested in, right? Because you want to pre-qualify these leads before they even get to talk to you. And the other great thing about Typeform is you can use another software called Calendly. Calendly's only job is booking appointments, so you would think they're also pretty good at what they do, and they are good. You can embed a Calendly link onto the Typeform itself. That means you don't have to take them to a separate booking page, nothing like that. It can be all on one page. That seamless experience gets more people booking calls. If you have a break between a form submission and booking a call, people will drop off naturally because they have to wait for the page, whatever it is. They just stop. But if it's all seamless, you're going to get a lot more appointments booked. So this right here, this is where the magic happens. That was meant to be a star. This is where the magic happens right here, okay? Now, this is also where the instant forms will come into play. If you only have an instant form and you want appointments booked on your calendar so you can talk to people, then on the website, instead of going through all of this, you can just link straight to a Calendly, okay? From here, though, this is where those two options collide. You still need a thank you page regardless. This is very important, and it's not just a basic thank you page. A video, it goes a long way on a thank you page, especially if you have like an appointment setter or something like that. On the thank you page, you can literally have their face talking about the next steps, what to expect next. That's very key. Then you can also reiterate more information about the firm so they have more trust. So on the thank you page, you can reiterate who you guys are, who you work with, maybe some of your success stories. Again, next steps, all that kind of stuff should go into the thank you video. So they're already qualified and they already know what to expect next and they're ready to talk. And that's what should be happening in the thank you video. It can be, 5-minute video, whatever. It's going to be very, very important for this process. Now, down here, we have the automation section after they book in a call or submit a form. So actually, I need to draw an arrow down here because this is also where instant forms and contact details will come into play. We are taking us to the automation section. So you have two options with automation. They only submitted a form and they didn't book in a call, or they did book in a call. That's what we're looking at. Let's talk about only form though. This is very important for both stages here. So you will set up some kind of exclusion for people booked in calls, but maybe they only submitted their contact information and didn't fill out the queues. And also, this is very important for the instant form too. Right when they submit an instant form, you need to be sending an automation right after they submit it. That can be 1 minute afterwards. That can be an SMS. That can be an email. Whatever it is, it needs to happen right after that because a lot of people forget they fill out forms. I'm just being honest. It happens all the time. So if you can send them a reminder, hey, you just filled out this form, you're going to be in a much better spot. And the same thing needs to happen for book calls too. You need to message them right away, whether that's a confirmation or a good angle that we've been testing recently is asking questions on these to spark a conversation. So it could be like, hey, we saw you submitted the form. What are you currently looking for? Or how soon are you looking to sell? Or whatever it is, right? You can start a conversation so it's a lot easier to book appointments after that. And that should be the same thing for book calls. Then on the form submission, if that doesn't work and maybe you have appointment setters calling the leads and texting them and following up, you can still send them reminders. And this should be through email or SMS, which we'll get to in a second. That should further nurture leads. Email nurturing is very good. I don't go too much into this except for this part here, but you should still nurture these leads to inform them more about you, share success stories, share value, all that kind of good stuff to, again, maximize the amount of leads that come in the door. And that's ultimately what you want to do for book calls as well. After the book calls, you send an automated SMS. Between these steps, send appointment reminders up until the call comes. So, you can do 2 to 3 reminders. You don't want to go overboard, but just a good amount is nice. So like 30 minutes before is nice, 12 hours before, and then maybe like 24 hours before, just so they're in the loop. But another good part of this is sending 3 emails before any calls. So we like this kind of structure. You can switch them around or change it how you want, but the first email, apart from the appointment reminders, is an about email, sharing more information about your firm, who you are, who you guys work with, etc. Two, it can be a success story. That's really great to share just, past stories, past experiences, things of that nature. It gives them more confidence. And then three, a value-based email. Share, maybe if you're an advisor, how to increase their valuation. Or if they're looking to sell, maybe share tips about, maybe how to put together the best exit strategy or the best tips to exit your business. Whatever it is, right? Just share value. You can provide value, and that's going to go a long way within these email flows before the call. So then once they're on the call, you guys are ready to go. That's the whole idea, right? If we can get them to book in a call, or you can actually talk to them, and if you send all of this value, whether they booked in a call or not, and you send this regardless, they will be much more open to talking and potentially selling their business to you or working with you in general versus if you didn't have any of this, right? A lot of firms, a lot of people don't have any of these automations. They don't have any kind of thank you video. They don't have any way to really capture leads effectively. They sometimes only have the traffic part. And a lot of the times they don't even use digital marketing, right? It's a lot of cold outreach and things of that nature, which just don't convert at the same level. So that's really what I wanted to break down. And there's more we can dive into, but it's just a little overview that I thought I would share. So feel free, if you have any questions, just drop them below. We're going to be coming out with more and more videos that are more educational, which is going to be our biggest focus. And the next one will be, the best Facebook ads to run. So stay tuned.